You've been lied to. For years, the fitness industry has made losing fat seem complicated. Endless diets, exhausting workouts, and results that never seem to last. But what if I told you there's a smarter, science-backed approach that makes fat loss faster and easier than ever before? Forget starving yourself. Forget spending hours on the treadmill. The real secret to eliminating fat efficiently comes down to a strategic combination of nutrition, training, and cutting-edge fat-burning techniques that most people overlook. Losing fat seems difficult, but with the following tips, it will become much easier. Today, you're going to discover the latest, most effective method to not just burn fat, but keep it off permanently. And the best part? You won't have to starve yourself or give up the foods you love. Let's dive in. In our first habit, we'll talk about something crucial to fat loss: your nutrition. Losing fat isn't just about eating less, it's about eating smart. A caloric deficit is essential, but crash dieting is the enemy. When someone slashes their calories drastically, the body goes into panic mode, slowing metabolism and clinging to fat stores like a lifeline. Instead, a strategic approach is needed. Reducing calories gradually every 15 days allows the body to adapt without triggering survival mechanisms. Imagine cutting calories too fast. Your energy plummets, workouts suffer, and cravings skyrocket. Instead of feeling deprived, a steady and controlled reduction keeps energy levels up and fat loss sustainable. The key is balance. If someone needs 2,500 calories to maintain weight, cutting just 500 calories per day is enough to see real results without sending the body into emergency mode. This means eating around 2,200 calories daily, ensuring fat loss happens consistently while preserving muscle mass. Want an easy way to track progress? Use apps like MyFitnessPal to monitor daily intake and adjust accordingly. When paired with the right macronutrient balance, this approach becomes a powerful tool to eliminate fat without wrecking metabolism. And here's where the magic happens: timing the reductions correctly. Every 2 weeks, reevaluate progress and trim another 200 calories only if necessary. This keeps the body guessing, avoiding plateaus and preventing adaptation. Plus, it makes fat loss feel less like a punishment and more like a natural process. But cutting calories alone isn't enough. What you eat matters just as much. That's why macronutrient distribution plays a huge role in ensuring the body stays strong and lean while burning fat effectively. Cutting calories is just the first step. What really determines how efficiently the body loses fat is macronutrient distribution. That's why this will be our second habit towards a slim and defined body. The right balance of protein, carbs, and fats keeps metabolism firing, preserves muscle mass, and ensures sustainable energy levels. Many people make the mistake of going extreme, either cutting carbs entirely or drowning in fats. But the truth is, each macronutrient has a role. Protein repairs and builds muscle, carbs fuel workouts, and fats support hormone production. The secret isn't elimination, but optimization. A well-balanced ratio, such as 40% protein, 40% carbs, and 20% healthy fats, is a solid starting point for effective fat loss. Think of macronutrients as a well-orchestrated team. Protein keeps you full and prevents muscle loss, carbs provide the fuel needed to crush workouts, and fats regulate everything from testosterone to brain function. Imagine trying to lose fat while feeling constantly exhausted. Chances are carbs are too low, or struggling with cravings. Maybe protein isn't high enough to keep hunger in check. That's why balance matters. A simple way to adjust is by structuring meals around lean proteins like chicken or fish, pairing them with fiber-rich carbs like quinoa or sweet potatoes, and adding healthy fats from sources like avocados or nuts. But here's the trick: adjusting macros based on activity level. On training days, increasing carbs slightly can help sustain performance, while rest days might require fewer carbs and a bit more protein. Tracking macros isn't about restriction, it's about precision. Apps like Chronometer or My Macros Plus make it easy to stay on top of intake without guessing. When it comes to losing fat fast, it's not just about what you eat, but when you eat. So in our third habit, we will understand the best way to divide our meals and why this really matters. The way meals are spaced throughout the day has a massive impact on metabolism, energy levels, and even hunger control. Eating irregularly or skipping meals can lead to crashes in energy, uncontrollable cravings, and overeating later in the day. The goal is to keep the body in a steady fat-burning mode by distributing nutrients efficiently. Ideally, eating every 3-4 hours keeps metabolism active and prevents excessive hunger. This means having balanced meals with protein, fiber-rich carbs, and healthy fats spread throughout the day. Think of it as fueling a fire instead of dumping everything at once and letting it burn out. A common mistake? Eating too little early in the day and then overloading at night. Many people skip breakfast, grab a light lunch, and then wonder why they binge at dinner. A better approach is front-loading nutrients, having a solid breakfast with protein, eggs, and whole grains, a satisfying lunch with lean meat, rice, and vegetables, and a light dinner with quality protein and fiber to keep digestion smooth overnight. And for those constantly on the go, protein bars, shakes, and Greek yogurt make great quick options to ensure the body gets what it needs without relying on unhealthy snacks. But here's where meal timing really shines: pre- and post-workout nutrition. Eating carbs before a workout fuels performance, while a high-protein meal afterwards speeds up recovery and muscle repair. Something as simple as a banana and whey protein shake before training, followed by a chicken and rice meal post-workout, can make a huge difference in eliminating fat efficiently while preserving muscle. And once nutrition is dialed in, it's time to focus on training protocols, because exercise is the accelerator that takes fat loss to the next level. To lose fat fast, nutrition sets the foundation, but resistance training is what sculpts the body. This is what we will see now in our fourth habit: the best training strategy to eliminate fat quickly. Simply focusing on diet without training leads to a skinny fat look, where weight is lost, but the body lacks definition and firmness. That's why lifting weights is non-negotiable. The best strategy? Prioritizing compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and rows. These exercises engage multiple muscle groups, demanding more energy and triggering a higher calorie burn, both during and after workouts. Think of it as killing two birds with one stone, building lean muscle while accelerating fat loss at the same time. One of the biggest mistakes? Sticking to light weights and high reps, assuming that's the best way to get lean. The truth is, lifting moderate to heavy weights with controlled form is far more effective for maintaining muscle while eliminating fat. A good rule of thumb is aiming for 12 reps per set, ensuring each set is challenging but not impossible. And for those who fear getting bulky, don't worry. Muscle takes time to build, and unless training like a competitive bodybuilder, the only thing lifting will do is create a toned athletic physique. Now, here's the real key: consistency and progression. The body adapts fast, so workouts need to evolve. Changing exercises every 4-6 weeks and progressively increasing weight or reps ensures the body keeps burning calories efficiently. It's not about working out for hours, it's about training effectively. But lifting alone isn't enough. Pairing resistance training with progressive overload is what keeps fat loss steady and muscle definition sharp. In our fifth habit, we'll talk about one of the biggest reasons people hit a plateau when trying to lose fat fast is that they don't challenge their bodies enough. This is where progressive overload becomes a game changer. It's a simple yet powerful principle. If the body gets too comfortable, it stops adapting. To keep burning fat efficiently, the goal should always be to increase the difficulty of workouts over time. This can be done by adding weight, increasing reps, improving form, or even cutting rest periods. For example, if someone starts squatting with 100 pounds for 10 reps, they should aim for 12 reps next time, or increase the weight slightly to push their muscles harder. Think of the body like a machine. It only grows stronger when it's forced to adapt. But here's the trick: small, consistent improvements are far more effective than extreme changes. Jumping from 10 pounds to 50 pounds overnight leads to injury, not progress. Instead, adding 2.5 to 5 pounds to lifts every few weeks, or aiming to complete 1 extra rep per set, keeps fat burning high while ensuring continuous improvement. The same applies to bodyweight exercises. Someone doing push-ups can add a weighted vest, elevate their feet, or slow down reps to keep muscles under tension for longer. Now, here's where progressive overload really makes an impact. It forces the body to burn more calories both during and after training. The more muscles are challenged, the more energy they require, leading to an increased metabolic rate even at rest. This is why people who train properly don't just burn calories in the gym. They burn them 24/7. And speaking of maximizing fat loss, cardio plays a critical role in complementing resistance training, ensuring that stubborn fat doesn't stand a chance. Lifting weights builds muscle, but cardio is the accelerator that burns fat efficiently. The problem? Most people either overdo it or avoid it completely. Therefore, in our sixth habit, we will talk about the powers of cardio on our health, improving physical performance and burning fat. The key is finding the right balance. Too much cardio can lead to muscle loss, while too little slows down fat loss. The best approach is moderate intensity sessions combined with high intensity bursts. Instead of spending an hour jogging on a treadmill, short, intense workouts like high-intensity interval training, (HIIT), deliver superior results in half the time. Think 30 seconds of sprinting, followed by 30, 60 seconds of walking, repeated for 15, 20 minutes. This keeps the metabolism elevated for hours after the workout. But cardio isn't just about HIIT. Low-intensity steady state, LIS, plays a role too. Walking at a fast pace for 30, 45 minutes after weight training or first thing in the morning on an empty stomach can tap into fat stores directly. Activities like cycling, jump rope, or incline walking are effective ways to increase calorie burn without stressing the joints. The best part? It doesn't require a gym. Hiking, swimming, or even playing a sport counts as cardio. The key is consistency. 3-5 cardio sessions per week is the sweet spot for eliminating fat while preserving muscle mass. One pro tip: use cardio strategically, not as a punishment. If strength training and diet are dialed in, cardio simply enhances results rather than being the main driver of fat loss. And when combined with the right lifestyle habits, like proper sleep and stress management, the body becomes a fat-burning machine all day long. Most people focus on losing fat fast through diet and exercise, but they forget one of the biggest fat-burning weapons: sleep. Think of sleep as the body's reset button. It regulates metabolism, controls hunger hormones, and repairs muscles after training. Skimping on sleep leads to increased cortisol levels, which slows fat loss and encourages the body to store fat, especially in the belly area. This is why people who sleep less tend to have stronger cravings for sugary, high-calorie foods. To optimize recovery and burn fat efficiently, aiming for 7-9 hours of quality sleep per night is essential. One of the best ways to improve sleep is to create a nighttime routine. Avoiding screens an hour before bed, keeping the room cool, and sticking to a consistent schedule all help improve sleep quality. A simple trick? Magnesium-rich foods like almonds, spinach, and bananas can relax the body and promote deeper rest. And for those who struggle with falling asleep, herbal teas like chamomile or valerian root can work wonders. Quality sleep doesn't just enhance fat loss. It boosts muscle recovery, mental clarity, and overall performance in daily life. Now here's the interesting part. Poor sleep increases hunger hormones like ghrelin while reducing leptin, the hormone that signals fullness. That means people who sleep less naturally eat more without even realizing it. Ever noticed how a bad night's sleep leads to cravings for junk food? That's no coincidence. Fixing sleep habits can eliminate fat faster without making drastic changes to diet or exercise. The biggest reason most people fail to lose fat fast isn't lack of knowledge, it's lack of consistency. Diets come and go, motivation fades, and life gets in the way. But here's the truth. Fat loss isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Results don't come overnight, but small daily efforts compound over time. Skipping one workout or having a bad meal won't ruin progress, but giving up will. The secret? Building sustainable habits. Instead of obsessing over being perfect, focus on showing up, sticking to the plan, and making adjustments along the way. Science is constantly advancing in methods for losing fat more effectively. So let's now look at some extra tips to speed up your fat loss and help you get the body you've always wanted faster. Recently, researchers discovered that adipose tissue maintains an epigenetic memory even after significant weight loss, which can contribute to the rebound effect. This means that even after losing weight, fat cells remember their previous state, making it easier to regain the lost weight. Understanding this mechanism opens the door to new therapies that aim to modify these epigenetic marks, helping to eliminate fat in a more sustainable way. In the field of pharmacology, new injectable medications are revolutionizing the treatment of obesity. Drugs such as semaglutide and tirzepatide have shown promising results, allowing patients to lose more than 20% of their body weight. These medications work by correcting hormonal imbalances that hinder weight loss, offering new hope to those struggling with obesity. However, it is essential that its use is supervised by qualified healthcare professionals.